అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. నమో నమః, గురుభ్యో నమః. శ్రీ గణాధిపతయే నమః, సరస్వత్యే నమః. Today is another very good day for us that we have our Vice President Sanatana Dharma is taking class on a topic related to Sanatana Dharma, that is Bhagawadgita, Saramsam to be precise. And we are lucky to have her with us. She has some spare time for us, which we are very lucky. And day after tomorrow, the Gita Jayanti. So, that point of view also, we are having a series of lectures. And today is one lecture on Bhagavad Gita. And another on Saturday afternoon also, Prabhu Garu says that he will take class on Bhagavad Gita and teach 17 and 18 chapters. Now, without spending much time, we will go for Vande Mataram and Prarthana. Then we will go with the webinar. So I'll request Prakash Garu to sing Vande Mataram.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वंदे मातरम. सुप्रजोत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं फुल्लकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वंदे मातरं वंदे मातरम. ధన్యవాదాలండి.
Vande Mataram.
Hello. 1 minute meditation. Let us close the eyes. Sit erect. Total concentration on breath. Without any interference. Just I am witnessing the breath. I am visualizing my total body also, like any other object. Om. 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 Om Ganana Antva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jatarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvannoti Bisida Sadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः. गुरुरेव गतिर् गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने त्वमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।
Request Visalakshi garu to start the webinar.
ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ओम श्री पार्वती राजराजेश्वराभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री मेधा दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम शिवाय गुरवे नमः। ओम नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय। यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम। श्रीकृष्ण यदुभूषणा नरसखा शृंगार रत्नाकरा लोकद्रोहि नरेन्द्र वंशदहना लोकेश्वरा देवतानीक ब्राह्मण गोगणार्तिहरणा निर्वाण संधायका नीकुन्मृक्किद द्रुम्पवे भवलतल नित्यानुकंपानिधि। नमोस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैल पूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः। सभायै नमः। First of all, I thank sincerely our Veda Samskruti Samiti for organizing this 3-month Sanatana Dharma course and giving me a chance to participate as a faculty member and speak about Sanatana Dharma, Shoda Samskaras, and then Bhagawadgita also. I'm very glad to give the essence of Bhagawadgita today just in a nutshell, as third is the Gita Jayanti, and in that connection I am fortunate to get this opportunity. So for this I thank sincerely our Sri Akela Prabhakara Akela Hemakanta Prabhakara Rao Mahodaya, and I thank Dr. Colonel Sri Amarendra Babu Garu. I also thank Dr. CSR Prabhu Garu for giving me this opportunity. So just in a nutshell, we will know what is taught, the essence of Bhagavad Gita, and mainly the Sara Sloka, we say the Sloka in which the entire essence of Bhagavad Gita is given. So when we utter the word Bhagavad Gita, that itself gives us a sort of immense bliss and joy and happiness. Bhagavad Gita. This is not just any ordinary song. It is the song sung by, taught by, explained to all the entire mankind by directly Lord Sri Krishna, the Paramatma, Parabrahman. So Bhagavad Gita, the words directly came out of the mouth of Sri Krishna Paramatma, Sakshat Sriman Narayana. The divinity itself is giving us this advice. So the words, the ideas, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita got such profound power in it. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanyaihi Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmad Vinisrutam. The essence of the teachings of this one text Bhagavad Gita is enough to lead a perfect life here, achieving all four Purusharthas, and also that is including liberation, to get liberated from the chain of birth and death. So he who says Bhagavad Gita becomes free, that is he who studies and gains the essence, understands and practices it, becomes free from the fear and distress here in this world, and attains non-returnable position of Sri Mahavishnu. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama, it is said. So that position is reached. Gita Shastram idam punyam yak pathet prayata puman Vishnu padam avapnoti hayasokadi varjitaha. Everything about Bhagavad Gita is well explained in just one sloka. Parthaya pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadasadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandathami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. For those who dislike these worldly ties, who want to get eternal happiness, for them Bhagavad Gita is like the rainfall of Advaita Amruta, the nectar. It is like nectar of Advaita. I prostrate to such goddess Bhagavad Gita, which is directly spoken by Lord Narayana himself to Arjuna, which is composed by the ancient sage Vyasa Bhagavan, Vyasa Maharshi, which is there in the middle of Mahabharata, which is having 18 chapters in it and is of 700 verses, slokas. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Upanishads, the Jnana Kanda of Vedas, known as the Vedanta, the Upanishads, Brahma Sutras and Bhagavad Gita. All these three are called as Prasthanatraya. It is said that the Upanishads are Shruti Prasthana, Brahma Sutras are Nyaya Prasthana, and that is Tarka Prasthana, Tarka Shastra we say, and Bhagavad Gita is Smruti Prasthana. So this is the Smruti Grantha, the best and most important Smruti Grantha is Bhagavad Gita. So the complete essence of Upanishads is given in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Sarvopanishadu Gavaha Dogtha Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsaha Sudhir Bhokta Duktham Gitamrutam Mahat. All Upanishads are cows. The cowherd boy is Gopala Nandana, Sri Krishna Paramatma. Partha, that is Arjuna, is the calf. The milked is the nectar in the form of Bhagavad Gita. All virtuous people enjoy this nectar of Gita, that is Gitamruta. Mahabharata declares like this: Gita Ganga cha Gayatri Govindeti Hridi Sthite Chatur Gakara Samyukte Punarjanma na Vidyate. In whose heart these four, Ganga, Gita, Gayatri and Govinda, exist, they need not have to take birth again. Ganga is considered as the most pious and sacred river. It purifies whoever takes dip in it. But one who takes dip in Gita Ganga not only crosses the samsara, but makes others also to cross the ocean of Janma, Mrityu, Parampara. Bhagavad Gita is the treasure house of real knowledge. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam, we say, the spiritual knowledge. No one can completely know the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, but everyone can get benefited by it. Every time we read go through the teachings of Gita, go through the slokas of Gita, we get new advices, new ideas, and new point of view. We can see Bhagavad-gita gives solutions to all the questions and problems one gets in this life here. Just as Srimad Bhagavata is spoken as Bhakti Shastra, Srimad Bhagavad-gita can be called as Jnana Shastra. What all different paths are explained in Sanatana Dharma to reach God, divinity, Brahman, that is the ultimate reality, transcendental ultimate reality, we say. All are explained in Bhagavad Gita. The Karma Marga, Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga, and also Upasana Marga, and Nishkama Karma Yoga is also spoken here as the best way to adopt in this life to get liberated. The final aim of Bhagavad Gita is to uplift the Jiva who is merged in this ocean of world due to Ajnana by showing him the way of Saranagati. Bhagavad Gita is taught by Sri Krishna Paramatma to Arjuna in the battlefield at the beginning of Kurukshetra war. Taking Arjuna as the pretext, Paramatma spoke to all of us and taught the whole mankind about the essence of Upanishads and showed us the way to lead our lives. Bhagavad Gita is divided into 18 chapters. Though in all the chapters, Bhakti, Jnana, Karma, Jnana, Upasana, Yoga, etc., all are explained, still mainly first to 6th chapters deal with Karma Yoga and are called as Karma Shatka. 7th to 12th chapters deal with Bhakti Yoga and so are called as Bhakti Shatka. 13th to 18th chapters explain Jnana Yoga, so are called as Jnana Shatka. As the essence of all the teachings, Nishkama Karma Yoga and Saranagati are explained as the solution of all the problems and the way to lead the life. To the main problems, it is shown as the path, and also to the problems raised by Sri Krishna, by Arjuna to Sri Krishna in the first chapter. So this is the answer given by Krishna to Arjuna also for his problems and for his distress. The background of emanation of Bhagavad Gita is to be known first to understand the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma. In fact, this background of Bhagavad Gita is well known by everyone, all of us. Still in 1-2 lines we will know. Pandavas are the embodiments of dharma, bhakti, kartavya nishta, modesty, chastity, dhairya, bala, utsaha, and all righteous qualities, good sattvika qualities. Duryodhana, etc., dushta chatushtaya, deceived Pandavas in Maya Jyuta Kriya, robbed them of their kingdom and glory, and put a condition to, at the time of this Jyuta Kriya, put a condition that whoever are defeated should go to the forest for 12 years and should do Ajnatavasa for 1 year. According to their commitment, Pandavas spent 13 years successfully with that condition in the forest, and then 12 years they have completed in the forest, and then 1 year as Ajnatavasa. So thus they completed 13 years because they have been defeated by Shekuni in Maya Jyuta. So as asked by Duryodhana, they completed the commitment. They kept up the word, and then it is the duty of Duryodhana to hand over them the kingdom according to their own verdict. But Duryodhana bluntly refused to give their part of kingdom to them. Pandavas sent even Sri Krishna Paramatma on their behalf as the messenger, Rayabari we say, to make Sandhi, mutual agreement, but even that is failed. So Duryodhana refused to give even 5 villages to Pandavas. There is no other way left for Pandavas except to do Dharma Yuddha for obtaining their own kingdom. So battle became compulsory at that juncture. So it is the first and foremost duty of the king to punish adharma. See that dharma prevails all over the kingdom, because Kauravas are adharmikas, and also because Bhimasena took pratignyas at the time of in that court when at the time of Juta Kriya. So Pandavas have to punish Kauravas. So both the parties prepared for doing battle, and Kurukshetra is decided to be the place where this battle has to take place. Kurukshetra is a very pious land of dharma. So Sri Krishna is the relative to both Kauravas and Pandavas. But Pancha Pandavas, they consider Sri Krishna Paramatma as their relative, friend, teacher, mentor, protector, and God, Paramatma. Before the commencement of war, both Duryodhana and Arjuna approached Sri Krishna for help. Sri Krishna Bhagavan divided his strength to two parts. On one part, he said he will come, but he will not fight in the war. He will not hold any weapons at all. He will help them and give suitable advices whenever they need. The other part is his Narayana Sena. All his army will come and fight for them. They can choose whichever they like, but Arjuna, because Arjuna is younger, the choice will be given to him to choose first. Arjuna selected Sri Krishna Paramatma to be on their side and prayed him to be with them. And Duryodhana is very happy to take such big army along with him. Sri Krishna Paramatma announced himself as Partha Sarathi and gave a boon to Arjuna that he will work as charioteer to Arjuna on his request. Yato dharmas tato Krishnaha, yato Krishnas tato jayam. Where there is dharma, there God exists. Where there is God, there victory prevails. The day of fight came. Both the Kuru and Pandava Senas assembled in the battlefield on both the sides. All the great heroes of both the parties arrived on their chariots. Sri Krishna brought Arjuna to the battlefield. There Arjuna asked Sri Krishna to take him to the middle of that army so that he can see all the warriors ready to fight. There amongst the opposite side, Arjuna saw his most beloved and honorable grandfather, Bhishmacharya, Bhishma Pitamaha, revered gurus, Dronacharya and Krupacharya, Guruputra, Aswathama, and Duryodhana, etc., all who are cousin brothers to him. And also, though they are Atatayis, they are the cousins, they are relatives. And so many other relatives, kith and kin are there, who are in no way connected with their mutual Jutakriya or mutual misunderstanding or hatred of Duryodhanas, etc. So there is no conflict in between Pandavas and Kauravas, that is, to those who are in no way connected with the conflict of these Pandavas and Kauravas. All are there. Unnecessarily, they will have to lose their life if battle takes place. On his side also, he saw similarly all his relatives like Drupada Maharaja, who is uncle to them. And also he thought that it is not proper to fight with all of them, all who are relatives, gurus, kith and kin and all. It is not proper to make their valuable lives lose in the battle for the sake of getting kingdom by Pandavas. So what sort of happiness will there be by getting the kingdom at the cost of the lives of lakhs of people? His body shivered with a sort of different feelings. Then Gandiva fell down from his hand automatically. He sat down in the chariot in distress and said to Sri Krishna, Na kankshi vijayam Krishna, nacha rajyam sukhanicha, kim no rajyena govinda, kim bhogair jivitena va. Hey Krishna, I am not willing to get this kingdom of this kingdom or even royal glory. What is the use of all these enjoyments with the cost of the lives of relatives, kith and kin? Thus Arjuna became Kim Kartavyata Vimudha. And because he came under the capture of moha, infatuation, he felt that they are all his relatives and he is fighting and he has to kill them. So such feelings of aham and mama, he was overpowered by such feelings. So he felt he is going to kill them, and he felt that it is not proper on his part to do such killing. So Sri Krishna Paramatma spoke to Arjuna. Klaibyam masmagamak partha naita tvai upapajyate kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvottishta parantapa. Tyaktva uttishta parantapa. Oh Arjuna, don't be under the influence of cowardness. Pirikitanam we say. This is not proper for you, a great hero and warrior, Yodha. Abandon the weakness of your heart and get ready to fight with the enemies, which is your duty as a Kshatriya. Arjuna is in dilemma. He could not decide what to do, whether to fight or not to fight. So he knows that as a warrior, Kshatriya, and also due to the harm done and distress created by Kauravas, he has to fight with them. And also for the pratignas done by Bhima, also they have to fight. At the same time, his heart is not willing, it is not accepting to kill his elders, his Bhishma, Pitamaha, Gurus and all relatives in the battle. His mind is in Dolandolita stage, a sort of swinging. He could not decide what is his correct, his duty. So he took shelter at the feet of Sri Krishna Paramatma. He did prapatti, that is Sharanagati. Thus Arjuna selected Sri Krishna as his guru and God and did Sharanagati and said like this: Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha. Yet shreyah syat nishchitam bruhi tanme sishyasteham syadhimam tvam prapannam. I am your sishya, so you command me. Hey Krishna, I am under the defect of cowardness, so I am unable to know what to do and what not to do. I seek your refuge. I am your disciple. I request you to kindly command me what I should do, what is really beneficial for me. Shreyas. In Kathopanishad, this Shreya Marga and Preyo Marga, the two margas are well explained. One should always travel through Shreyo Marga only. Though in the beginning it may be hard, look very hard to travel, but going on, it gives in a long term, it gives bliss and real bliss and happiness. Whereas Preyo Marga, in the beginning, it may be pleasing the sense organs, but at the end, for a long time, it gives distress only. So in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Yajnavalkya Maharshi says to Gargi, Yova etad aksharam Gargi aviditva asman lokan praiti sa krupanaha. O Gargi, whoever leaves this world without knowing Parabrahman is a krupana. That sort of karpanya dosha. Karpanya is krupanatva bhava. So Arjuna said karpanya dosha came to him. So that sort of karpanya dosha should not be there. So Arjuna prayed Sri Krishna. At that time, what Tattvopadesha is given by Sri Krishna to Arjuna is Gita-opadesha, the Bhagawadgita. Many people, they do not know, foreigners especially, they do not know this background. And simply just by going through the summary written by foreigners in English, they just feel that unnecessarily Sri Krishna Paramatma is provoking Arjuna to fight. So Hindus' granthas are provoking for fighting. They do not have even the common sense to go through the conditions at which this Bhagavad Gita emerged and what Krishna taught and at what time and to whom. So if they know all these circumstances, they will certainly say what Krishna advised is proper to all human beings. Sri Krishna Paramatma advised Arjuna, the Kshatriya, to do the Kshatriyochita Dharma Yuddha, realizing the necessity and importance to do the war. Sri Krishna Paramatma started to speak now. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu dhruvan janma mritasya cha tasmad apariharyerthe natvam sochitum arhasi. Everyone who is born dies. Every being dies, takes birth again till they get liberated. So, where you cannot do anything, it is not proper for you to lament for that. Dhira satra na mukhyate, they say. One should develop sthita prajnatva to see sukha and dukkha as equal. Avinasi tu tam vidhi yena sarvam idam tatam. That by which this whole universe is pervaded, know that to be undestroyable. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah ajo nitya shasvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. The body decays. There is no death to Atma. Atma is eternal. Sukha dukkhe same krutva lapha lapho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva. Naivam papam avapsyasi. Considering pleasures and pains, profits and losses, victory and defeat as equal. You just fight now. You will not get any sin. Then Sri Krishna explained about what is meant by yoga and explained bhakti marga, jnana marga, karma marga, dhyana marga, yoga. In fact, all these are margas and yogas, dhyana yogas, and also explained Sankhya Yoga, explained about Sthita Prajna Lakshanas, and asked Arjuna to become a yogi. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna, he said. Sri Krishna Paramatma explained about para and apara prakritis, Akshara Parabrahman, 4 types of devotees. Artho Jignasur Artharthi Jnani cha Paratarshapa, and says that Tesham Jnani Mama Priyaha, among all those, Jnani is most dear to me, he said. Then Paramatma also explained about Ananya Bhakti, Bhagavad Vibhutis, and showed him even his Viswarupa. With thousands of heads, thousands of hands, and also thousands of faces, thousands of mouths, he showed that Viswarupa to Arjuna. Seeing this awesome and wonderful and dreadful a sort of Viswarupa of Sri Krishna, Arjuna got frightened. He wonderstruck. He prayed Lord Sri Krishna to appear in his normal Saumya Rupa. So Lord Krishna appeared in Saumya Rupa once again to Arjuna. So having seen that original Saumya Rupa, normal form of Sri Krishna Paramatma, Arjuna got relief. Then Sri Krishna said that Arjuna is only an instrument in the hands of Paramatma, nimitta in the hands of divine power, the fate which has to happen. The doer and director both are only Paramatma, not Arjuna or any others. Now Arjuna's Brahma is removed. It is completely removed by Viswarupa Sandarshana and teachings of Paramatma. He realized that he is not the killer of anyone. He is neither the doer nor the enjoyer. He is just an instrument in the hands of Paramatma. And because he is the disciple and Paramatma is Guru, whatever the Guru instructs the disciple, the student has to follow. That is his kartavya. So he did whatever Krishna Paramatma asked him to do. Sri Krishna Bhagavan explained to Arjuna, who is his friend, devotee, disciple and refugee, he took refuge of Krishna, about Kshetra and Kshetrajna, and about Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas and Gunatita Sthiti, and advised Arjuna Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Hey Arjuna, you become Nistraigunya. The three gunas should not exist in you. You should be above to all these three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Paramatma also explained about Samsara Vriksha, Daivi gunas and Asuri gunas, Daivasura guna, the Vibhaga Yoga. In that chapter he explained and advised Arjuna to abandon Kama, Krodha, Lobha, the doors of Naraka by which we do all wrong deeds in this world. Kama, Krodhascha, Lobhascha, Dware Tishtanti Taskaraha, Jnanaha, Ratnapaharaya, Tasmadeta Trayam Tyaja. Tyajet, Tasmadeta Trayam Tyajet. He also explained about the characteristics of Satchidananda Ghana Parabrahman and declared that whoever, whenever there is any glani, whenever any defect takes place in the society, whenever there is any glani or dharma hani, glani to dharma, the righteousness, Paramatma will certainly take the incarnation and establish dharma and destroy adharma, destroys adharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata apyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To protect pious and noble people, to destroy the wicked, and to establish dharma, I will come down to earth in all yugas. These are the purposes, prayojanas of avatara. Destroying the wicked, establishing dharma, and protecting dharmika people. Sri Krishna Paramatma asked Arjuna to do his karma, kartavya karma. As a warrior, now the duty of Arjuna is to fight in the war without the feeling that he is fighting, he is killing, he is getting victory or any such feelings. He has to do it because it is his duty. In fact, he should not fight because it is his duty, but because he did Sharanagati to Sri Krishna Paramatma and Sri Krishna Bhagavan asked him to fight. So he has to fight in this Kurukshetra. He has no concern with the result, whatever it may be. Lord Sri Krishna proclaimed in Gita, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpuh ma te sangostva karmani ma te sangaha astu akarmani. You got power only to do karma, to do your duty. You are not concerned about karma phala or karma phala pradata, that is God. So only karma phala pradata got the power to distribute the phala of karma to all the individuals. The jivas should never bother about anything. They should do only their duty. So you should not have any attachment to anything, said Sri Krishna Paramatma to Arjuna. You should not abandon your kartavya karmas, your duties, because you should not think of karma phala also. Thus, Sri Krishna Bhagavan advised Arjuna to do Nishkama Karma Yoga. In Bhagawadgita, the names of all the chapters are considered combined. They are combined with the word yoga. They are all considered as yogas only, 18 chapters. For example, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, etc., all 18. Because in all the chapters, how the jiva can get united with Paramatma is explained. Yoga is yunja, to get united. How jiva should be united with Paramatma is explained. Even Vishada of Arjuna has become yoga, because with that Shoka and Vishada, Arjuna could get the Brahma Jnana from the Upadesha of Sri Krishna. At the end of every chapter, it is mentioned as Iti Srimad Bhagavad-Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Sambade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamochyayah. This is Bhagavad-Gita, the Upanishad, which speaks of Brahma Vidya. This is the Yoga Shastra and in this dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna, the first chapter by name Arjuna Vishada Yoga is completed. Thus it is mentioned for each and every chapter, all these 18 chapters, and said that this Bhagavad Gita is Upanishad. So Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Upanishads, which is Jnana Kanda of Vedas, by which one can get Jnana, and by Jnana, Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam, they get liberated. Sri Krishna Paramatma declared, that is, he completely cleared all the doubts of Arjuna and said, I have explained this most sacred and secret knowledge to you. Now you properly think over, you yourself has to think and decide, because buddhi is given to all human beings. They have to think with their intellect and work. So you do proper thinking, discrimination, and then you do according to your will and wish. So that is how Sri Krishna, though he explained everything, he left it to the decision of Arjuna. So Arjuna has to decide now whether to fight or not. He did not compel Arjuna. He only advised what is good. Iti te jnanam akhyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrushyaitad aseshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Yatha ichasi tatha kuru. You do whatever you wish. Thus he left the decision to Arjuna only. But Arjuna did not reply. He already took shelter at the feet of Sri Krishna Paramatma. He said he does not have the power to discriminate himself and decide. So he kept silence. So because he had surrendered himself to Sri Krishna, he is ready to do whatever Sri Krishna Paramatma commands him or says him to do. Then Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Parabrahma, all-knower, all-pervading power. So he knows the heart of Arjuna. So with much compassion on him, Sri Krishna himself explained him clearly his duty to do the war as a Kshatriya and told him like this: Manmana bhava, mad bhakto, mad yaji, mam namaskuru, mame vaishyasi satyante, pritijane priyosi me. O Arjuna, keep your mind in me. Become my devotee, serve me, salute me. If you do like this, you will certainly obtain me only. Manmana bhava means keep the mind on me, means me here represents God, the divine ultimate reality, the power. Mad bhaktaha bhava, have intense devotion on Paramatma, ananya bhakti on God. Mad yaji bhava, that is worship God only. Mam namaskuru, salute me means salute God, divine only. To salute one, that is to do namaskara. One has to abandon ego, accept the greatness of God and alpatva of himself, that is to salute. So he also said, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasati tesham nityapi yuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Without any other thought, whoever worship me or serve me, I will certainly take care of their yoga and kshema. Yoga is to get what is intended to obtain, and kshema is safeguarding what had already come to them. So Lord Sri Krishna is the protector of our yoga and kshema. If we take refuge in him with full confidence and with trikarana suddhi, manovakayas, purity of thought, word and deed. Sri Krishna Paramatma said this to Arjuna: I am saying this to you with promise because you are very much dear to me. After explaining in detail and advising him properly, Sri Krishna said one sloka which can be called as the complete essence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is Bhagawadgita Sara Sloka. This is the Sara Sloka. The sloka in which the complete essence of the teachings of Paramatma is hidden. This is the final verdict of Paramatma. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Aham tva sarva papepyo moksha ishyami ma suchaha. You leave all other dharmas, all other upayas, plans, means of doing, and take refuge in me, Paramatman only. I will certainly relieve you from all the sins and all the obstacles. Do not worry. So in this Charama Sloka or Gita Sara Sloka, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is asking Arjuna, that is to all of us, all human beings, to take shelter in him, that is in Paramatma, Saranagati, to do Saranagati to Paramatma. Now, what is Sharanagati? It is said like this. Sharanagati means Anukulasya Sankalpaha Pratikulasya Varjanam Rakshishyatiti Viswaso Goptrutve Varanam Tatha Atma Nikshepa Karpanyo Shadvitha Sharanagatihi. Sharanagati is of these 6 types, or these 6 qualities comprise Sharanagati. Our Ishtadevata or Paramatman is all powerful, full of compassion. He is always, that is Paramatma, is always favorable to us. The will always, and Paramatma will always protect us. He keeps our secrets well protected. With full confidence, we have to believe that whatever occurs in our life occurs with the sankalpa of God, whether good or bad, sad incidents or happy moments. So certainly that is for our welfare only. Even if bad occurs, that is for our welfare only, to remove our to remove our sin, and to make us cross this hurdle of world and reach divinity. So with such thoughts, one should always have positive thinking and leave negative feelings. God will certainly protect us. God never likes ego or boasting. Durabhimana, a sort of, not Atmabhimana. Durabhimana, ego. So God likes Deenatva. In fact, Deenatva means that is taking refuge in God, considering himself to be just as a very sincere devotee and servant. So Arjuna took resort in Sri Krishna with all these 6 qualities. So Sri Krishna advised such a big Upadesha, which is beneficial to all types of people, gave this method of Saranagati to Arjuna, that is to all of us. Because he requested Sri Krishna, Sathimam Tvam Prapannam, command me who took refuge in your feet, at your feet. So in this Charama Sloka, the first pada, first pada in first sentence, what a devotee or a disciple has to do is explained. Now in the second line, second pada, what God will do is explained. The means of obtaining the highest goal of human life is spoken here in this sloka. The means, that is upaya, is that which leads towards the highest goal of our life. The Charama Gamya, Paramagamya, the God himself. Among the Sahasranamas of Paramatma, upaya is also given as a name, as one name of God. Leaving all dharmas, just catch hold of me, who am the Paramopaya, Paramamupaya, then you will obtain me. This is what is spoken here in this sloka. So, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. The word Dharman means all dharmas, plural is used here. That is many dharmas. This is this Sarva Dharman Parityajya, it is in accusative case, Dvitiya Vibhakti, and plural form. Bahuvachana we say plural. Even then, the word sarva, though it is already used in plural, which includes all, even then, sarva, the word is added to it. Sarva dharman, all types of dharmas. Because a person has to do multiple dharmas, varnasrama dharmas, vayaktika dharmas, individual dharmas, bandhu dharmas, such as dharmas as a mother, father, son, daughter, wife, husband, a relative, officer, neighbor, as a citizen, etc. Manifold thousands of dharmas are there. Our duties are there to each and every individual. Moreover, each person has pancha runas. He should be cleared all the runas with which he has born. So one should become free from such runas, pancha runas which he has to pay. Everyone got many more dharmas relating to family, society, race, caste, language, nation in which they are born, and to all other living beings. Leaving all these dharmas, if one completely takes shelter in God, makes sharanagati, follows the instructions of God and acts accordingly, then God will take care of him or them. Dharma means that which bears and that which is born. Dharati iti dharmaha, dhriyate dharayate iti dharmaha. That by which everything is born is dharma. The word dharma is formed from the root dhru, thara, to bear, parinchu. Veda commands dharmam chara, practice dharma. We must do our duty. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If we follow and practice dharma and serve dharma, the dharma will protect us. That dharma protects and takes care of us. There are ordinary dharmas, bhautika dharmas. There are adhyatmika dharmas. There is atma dharma for each and every individual. Everyone should follow his or her own dharma, swadharma. Otherwise, they become sinners. They get papa. By papa and punya, the chain of birth and death occurs. But while following and practicing dharma, atma dharma, that is, though there are so many other dharmas, to practice and observe atma dharma, if necessary, he can abandon all other dharmas. So all other bhautika dharmas can be abandoned. By that, one will not get any sin to do his atma dharma. Now at present, Arjuna is a Kshatriya. His most important Kshatra dharma is to fight in the battlefield, dharma yuddha, which is in front of him. So he has to fight. Bhagavan Sri Krishna asked Arjuna to do his Kshatra dharma of fighting against Atharma now at this Kurukshetra. Also Sri Krishna advised Arjuna to take refuge in him, the Bhagavan. If one does all his duties righteously without Bhagavad Bhavana, for him there are many kartavyas, duties. If not acted, he will get sin, they will get sin. But one who makes Sharanagati to God, takes refuge in him, considers everything to be God, for such a person, no other physical duties are there. So even if he commits any sin, he will not get any sin. Even if he fights as dharma yuddha and kills, he will not get the sin of killing anyone. In Srimad Bhagavata, it is said like this. Devarshi Putapta Nrunam Pitrunam Na Kinkaro Nayam Runicha Rajan Sarvatmana Yaha Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Parihruchya Kartam. So one who does not surrender to Bhagavan, for him there are pancharunas and he has to clear them. But one who has completely surrendered to God, he will be completely relieved of all these runas and ties. In Srimad Bhagavata, Sri Krishna Paramatma said, Ajnayaivam gunan doshan mayadishtan api swakan dharman samtyajya yas sarvan mam bhajeta sa sattamaha. Bhagavan says, I gave a number of Upadeshas in Vedas, spoke about merits and defects of all Laukika dharmas and karmas. Those who fully engage in my service, though abandon all those dharmas and karmas, become best sadhakas. Sadhaka means a practitioner in spiritual path is sadhaka, archivers. So Gopikas are of such type. They are Ananya Bhaktas to Sri Krishna. Though they do all the worldly deeds, household works, every minute their mind and thoughts are filled with Sri Krishna's Smarana. They are fully aware of the fact that Sri Krishna is Parabrahman. Yet they are playing with Sri Krishna as if with a child, as if they are playing with a child. For them, Sri Krishna is their mother, father, teacher, friend, mentor, husband, and Gati and Paramagati, aim to be obtained. So in Srimad Ramayana, Lakshmana Swami abandoned all other dharmas and kept serving Sri Rama as his sole dharma and went to the forest along with him. He felt that is his Atma Dharma at that time. So even his mother permitted and even his wife accepted that. Even Prahlada, the 5 years old boy, small child, could perceive Lord Srihari everywhere at all times. He got Samadarshitva, spoken by Sri Krishna in Bhagawadgita. Prahlada used to see and experience the presence of Sriman Narayana, Vishnu, while eating, drinking, speaking, playing, sleeping, moving, while doing any work. Paniyambulu Trauchun, Gudichuchun, Bhashinchichun does. So he felt the presence of Lord Srihari and forgot this world, merging in the thought of Vishnu. Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Parityajya means having abandoned. So it is Lyabanta, Lyapanta, Lyabanta word of root Tyaja with the prefix Pari, Parityajya means having Parityajya, having abandoned. He has to do some other work. So Parityajya is Asamapaka Kriya. It is Asamapaka Kriya means the idea is not completed. It follows some other main verb. So he did not say Parityaja. If Sri Krishna says Parityaja, you abandon. He said Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Vraja. So Parityajya means abandoning all dharmas, all other duties. Mam Ekam Saranam Vraja. You take refuge in me, that is Paramatma. This is the main sentence. Take refuge in me. Parityajya means paritaha tyaja. To this verbal form of krut pratyaya, krudanta, lyap is added. Lyap itself is krut pratyaya, added to the root tyaja, by which the verb becomes asamapaka kriya. Though, so the sentence is not complete. There is some more idea to complete this sentence. Thus, with the Lyabanta verb, Sri Krishna Paramatma explained Arjuna to do 2 works. First one is to abandon all the duties, all the dharmas. And second work is to take shelter in him. So these 2 works we have to do, all of us. Mamekam Saranam Vraja. You take refuge in me. This is the main Bhagawadgita essence of this Sara Sloka. In the first line, Paramatma told all of us what we have to do. That is, we should take shelter in him, abandoning all dharmas, leaving all other duties. In the second line, Paramatma said what he will do. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. I will relieve you from all the sins and distresses and the fruits of all the actions done by you. So the distresses of the world will be completely relieved to you. So don't get distressed. Papa and Punya, that is merit and demerit, Papa Punyas, come to us according to the works we do. As the result of our deeds, we take birth after birth, one birth after another birth. We get attached to the objects and people. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsam Sangasteshu Upajayate, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha, Kamat Krothopi Jayate, Krothat Bhavati Sammohaha, Sammohat Smriti Premshaha, Smriti Premshad Buddhinasho, Buddhinashad Vinasyati Pranasyati. This is how the destruction takes place to each and every individual in this world on account of attachment. On account of attachment, that is Sangha, continuous thinking of persons or objects develops attachment. Attachment creates desire. I want this, I want that, like that. If we acquire that and that wish is fulfilled, then another desire arises. Na jata kama kamana upabhogena shamyati. So it will not, there is no end to the desires of the mind. If we acquire that, another desire arises. If we cannot obtain that desired thing, we get anger. So due to anger, people become infatuated. Thereby they lose their viveka, discriminative power. Thereby they get, that is, the decay starts coming. They get distracted, ruined. Therefore, one should become Mukta Sangha. Sangha is union, attachment. Mukta means to get relieved. One should develop detachment, non-attachment. Vairagya should be developed towards Laukika things by developing Nitya Vastu Viveka. So our attachment should always be towards eternal divinity, divine. Janma parampara occurs due to vasanas. All these are due to avidya. So we have to eradicate this avidya by developing viveka. We should leave dehatma bhavana first with the efforts, with sincere efforts. Dehatma bhavana is the feeling that this body is I am this body. The body is I. As long as Dehatma Bhranti is there, we do all our duties and get their effects, results, and thereby we get Papa and Punya. But if we take refuge in Paramatma, Bhagavan will take care of us, and whatever we do to please God, Paramatma. We do according to Shastra, according to the words of Bhagavan, with the will of God, for the sake of God. We are neither karta nor bhokta. That is, we will not get any fruits of any actions, good or bad, done by us if we do Sharanagati and do according to the will of God. This is the teaching of Bhagawadgita, final teaching. Sri Krishna Paramatma started his bodha to Arjuna with the sloka Asochan Anvasochastvam and completed with the sloka Sarva Dharman Parityajya. This is the wonderful essence of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. More than thousands of personality development lectures there are there in this great Grantha Bhagavad Gita. Thousands of personality development lectures are hidden in this Bhagavad Gita. Nowadays, people are paying thousands of rupees and attending personality development classes and lectures. Instead of that, if they study our scriptures like Srimad Ramayana, Sri Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita and understand the teachings they are contained, which are the teachings which they contain, then we can become ideal to lakhs of people. This one text, Bhagavad Gita, is containing hundreds of upadeshas, advices needed for entire mankind. It gives solutions to all types of problems at all the times, not only at one time. It is like a ready reckoner to everyone. Whatever God says, we have to do, because Sri Krishna Paramatma asked Arjuna To fight, Arjuna became ready to do the duty of war, doing war. In fact, we may doubt why Sri Krishna did not tell Arjuna this final bodha in the beginning itself. In the beginning, when he asked Chathimam, when Arjuna requested him to tell Upaya, then itself Sri Krishna would have told it, but he explained so many teachings. Sri Krishna is Lord Vishnu himself, who has come down here as Siksha Guru, the teacher, best teacher. One of the purposes of his avatara is to teach jnana to entire mankind. Arjuna, not only to Arjuna, but to the entire mankind, he has come to give his jnana bodha. So he is called as Siksha Guru. So, but we should have full confidence in Sri Krishna Paramatma, as Arjuna got full confidence in him, the all-powerful reality. People should have devotion for him. Koti janmarjitair punyaihi bhave bhaktihi prajayate, it is said. Those who are like Prahlada and Gopikas are great devotees, Mirabai, etc. They can cross and reach the goal of life with their devotion and jnana. But for all ordinary human beings, it is not possible. So Sri Krishna Paramatma explained different methods of reaching divinity by explaining different paths: karma marga, bhakti marga, jnana marga, upasana marga, yoga marga, etc. When Arjuna's jnana is confirmed, then he showed his vibhutis. His vibhutis, that the entire universe is filled with the vibhutis, special particular powers of Paramatma. Then he showed him past, present and future in him only, in Paramatma only, by showing his Vishwarupa. The doer, deed and drashta, all are there in him only. He alone, all human beings are just instruments in his hand to discharge their duties. The doer is Paramatma. Instruments are human beings. So this fact we should know. Thus slowly he took Arjuna step by step to the higher levels. First, Sri Krishna Paramatma asked Arjuna to leave his distress, Soka. Then asked him to do his duty as a Kshatriya, to do Dharma Yuddha. Later, Paramatma advised Arjuna to do karma with anasakti, without any attachment, nishkama karma, and karma yoga, later karma yoga. Then said that yoga karmasu kausalam, and finally ordered Arjuna to completely surrender to him and assured him that he will take care of Arjuna in all aspects if he fully takes refuge in him. To leave all dharmas does not mean to remain without doing any work, but to leave the kartrutva and bhoktrutva to Paramatma. Karma phala tyaga we should do. The entire responsibility of protection of the devotee is of Paramatma, God only. So completely surrendering everything to God, one should do what Paramatma commands us to do and gives us as duties to us. No one can be without doing any work, even for a single minute. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtat yakarma krut karyate hyavasya karma sarvah prakriti jair gunaihi. So the nature, Prakriti, is made up of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Being instigated by Trigunas, everyone acts. Anishtam, Ishtam, Misram cha Trividham Karmana Phalam. The result of actions will be threefold. Ishta, desired. Anishta means unwanted. And Misra means mixed. By doing Shubha Karmas, one acquires Punya and thereby obtains Swarga, etc. enjoyments. By doing Asubha or Papa Karmas, one goes to Narakaloka and suffers there, or takes birth as Krimi, Kitakas, etc. By doing Mishra karmas, getting punya and papa, one takes birth as human being. This Manava Upadhi. All karmas are dukkha sammisritas, mixed with sorrow. There is no work here on this earth which does not give sorrow, except Nishkama karma. Isavasya Upanishad says, Kurvanne veha karmani, jiji vishit setagam samaha. We should live here for 100 years while doing karmas. So even Bhagawadgita says, Yajnadana tapa karma na tyajyam karyameva tat. 3. Even Ramana Maharshi also said, Iswararpitam nechaya krutam, na ichaya krutam. One should do the works, giving the fruits of the works to Iswara. Yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyektva atma suddhaye. Gita said, even sages do actions for the sake of purification of self. Sri Krishna Paramatma spoke about tamasa, rajasa and satvika karmas and asked us to do satvika karmas. Niyatam sangarahitam araga dveshata kritam aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvika muchyate. This is satvika karma. The work which is done without raga and dvesha and without attachment, without the desire of fruit is called as satvika karma. One should do such satvika works only. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. Atmeva ki atmano bandhur atmaiva ripur atmanaka. One should uplift himself from the ocean of worldly ties. One should not allow the self to decay. One's own self is the relative and also enemy to the self. So one should always try to elevate his self. It is said, Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bantha Mokshayog. Mind and buddhi is the cause of everything. So that mind should be offered to God and surrender himself to God and should do according to the will and wish of Paramatma without any attachments. After completely listening to the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma, Arjuna's ignorance, infatuation, etc. got completely removed, fully removed, and he became cool, calm, and pleasant and happy. So with full confidence, he spoke to Sri Krishna Paramatma, Nasto mohaha smrutir labdhva, smrutir labdha, tvat prasadat maya chyuta, stitosmi gata sandeha, karishye vachanam tava. O Paramatma, by your grace, by your favor on me, my infatuation has completely gone. I got back my intelligence. All my doubts have been completely cleared. Now I will do whatever you ask me to do. Then Sri Krishna Paramatma asked him to fight, and thus Arjuna became ready to fight in Kurukshetra war. He fought and won victory. Sri Krishna is addressed in this verse as Achyuta. Chyuti means destruction. Achyuta is indestructible. One who does not have Chyuti, Chyuti is to fall down. Just as by lightening the lamp, the darkness vanishes. Similarly, by the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma, Arjuna's ignorance vanished. He understood the divinity, got real knowledge, his devotion doubled. With full confidence, he said, I will do whatever you command. He participated in the Kurukshetra war as an instrument in the hands of Paramatma, got victory and got the name as Vijaya. At that time, he got the name Vijaya. He got victory. Entire mankind should understand the essence of the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma given in this Bhagawadgita. Leaving the, they should develop Suddha Sattva Guna, leaving Kartrutva Bhoktrutva. Do the duties and act according to the command of God. We have to do the works with the feeling, Yajjed karma karomi tattad akhilam shambho tavaradhanam. With such feeling, we have to do our duties in this world. We should gain the highest knowledge, the knowledge of ultimate reality, Brahma Jnana. We should do the works with the confidence that God is doing and making us to do them. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityapi Yuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyakam. This is what is said by Sri Krishna Paramatma. Some elders say that the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita is there in the very first half of the first line of first sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yuyutsava, that sloka. So Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre is the essence of entire Bhagavad Gita. That is, Kshetre, Kshetre, Dharmam, Kuru. Do your duty in all places. Whatever you do as your duty. You do your duties only. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dhritarashtra, even after reaching almost the fag end of his life, still could not conquer moha and aham mama. So he inquired Sanjaya, what is happening at Kurukshetra war, by saying, Mamakah Pandavas Seva Kima Kurvata Sanjaya. Mamakah, he said, he got that mamatva, mine and others. So he got that differentiation. He inquired Sanjaya, what is happening at Kurukshetra war, by saying, Mamakaha Pandavaha. He differentiated Pandavas, though they are his own brothers, children, and equal to his own children, and so virtuous. Then Mamakaha means mine, my sons. This aham mama binds jiva. One who abandons aham mama, follow the words of Paramatma, leads dharmika life, attains liberation. One should develop the capacity to see the imperishable Paramatman among all perishable things. Paramatman exists in all charachara bhutas as antaryamin. One who sees this imperishable Brahman in the universe, perishable objects, is the real drashta, real seer. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameswaram vinasyetsu avinasyantam yah pasyati sa pasyati. Paramatma said, Iswara sarvabhutanam hridesya arjuna tishtati. Paramatma dwells in the hearts of all living beings. Even this is in Gita only. Isavasyam idam sarvam. This entire universe is spread by Iswara. Upanishad, Isavasya Upanishad said. This Atma cannot be obtained by either teachings or intellect or by any great Shastra Jnana, is also said in Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. Nayam Atma pravachanena labhyo na methaya na bahuna shrutena yame vaisha vrunite tena labhyaha tasyesh Atma vivurunite tanun swam. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a perfect grantha of knowledge about Jiva, Jagat, Iswara, Prakriti, Trigunas, Jnana, Bhakti, Dhyana, Karma, Upasana, Nishkama Karma, Nirguna Parabrahman, Saguna Parabrahman, then Varnasrama, Dharmas, etc. Hundreds of personality development classes also are given in this Bhagavad Gita, which are very useful to the entire mankind. So we all should certainly know the essence of the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma given in Bhagavad Gita and get the real knowledge, Viveka Jnana, and do Nishkama Karma Yoga, and thereby surrendering ourselves, Sharanagati we should do to Paramatma, and thereby get liberated, get moksha. Swasti for today.
ధన్యవాదాలు విశాలక్ష్మి గారు.
ధన్యవాదాలండి.
అలా అభివందనలు, చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు. టుడే ఈజ్ అ స్పెషల్ డే ఫర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ us. In view of the Gita Jayanti, this is the good beginning of the celebrations that will follow. Shall we go for some question answers? Okay. Gupta garu, he wants to ask a question.
Namaskar Mata. In the beginning of today's lecture, you told that some foreigners criticize that Bhagavad Gita is provoking the war. I do not agree with that one, but what I feel is the war should have been limited between Pandava and Kaurava. Why 18 Akshoni soldiers were killed. That should have been avoided. In fact, they followed this principle at the end of the war. When Duryodhana and Bhima, only they fought. Will you kindly throw some knowledge about this one?
Paramatma, in the very beginning, because after this war, Kurukshetra war, only a few years were spent, and then later Kali Yuga entered. So at the end of any Yuga, whoever adharmikas are there, completely they all should be vanished. They all should be killed and destroyed, and somehow they have to be removed from this earth. That is the aim of Paramatma. That is the process of Bhagavan. That is the nature of it, is there in the very nature. So it is the plan of all the gods, and Paramatma implemented this through this Kurukshetra war. This war has to take place for the death of, because the death of all Durmargas, all evil people, though there may be a few good virtuous people, because they are, though this Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, Krupacharya, they all are very dharmikas even then, because they are at the side of Atharma. Even they have to be eliminated. They have to reap their fruits. And about all other soldiers, lakhs of 18 Akshohini Sena. Even this, when all 18 lakhs of Akshohinis of people exist on this earth, even at the end of this Dwapara Yuga, then in Kali Yuga, many more people who have to take birth, getting this Upathi of Manava, Deha, to enjoy their good or bad, the result of the, according to their previous karma deeds, they have to take birth. So how will they take birth, and how the Earth Mata will be able to bear such a big burden? So even at the end of Treta Yuga, all those, though they all are dharmikas except a few, even they went, Sri Ramachandra took all of them, most of them, to Sriman Narayana Loka at his avatara, the end of avatara. Very few people remained who got the purpose to exist here. Similarly, even at the end of Dwapara Yuga, those who have to live still for some more years to complete the fruits of their actions according to their prarabdha karmas, they stayed here, and all others have been taken away. So this is.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that all the people on the side of Pandavas are also adharmic? Because only 5 Pandavas and 2 more people survived on the Pandava side.
No, even ladies are there, and some other people also are there. Ordinary people, small children are there at the Dwaraka and all. After Krishna Niryana, when Sri Krishna Paramatma actually, Uddhava also, and then Arjuna also, though Arjuna weeps and laments a lot, he says, after my Niryana, within a week, get the commission. So before that, you should take care of all those who are surviving. You should take care of them and take them from Dwaraka. So few people remain stayed. But Arjuna could not even fight with normal robbers when Sri Krishna left his company. So that is the power of Sri Krishna, which gave power to Arjuna.
So if it is only just to eliminate the people, they could have found a better way to eliminate than creating a war and causing such a bloodbath.
War is essential because they are Kshatriyas. For Kshatriyas, Dharma Yuddha is righteous path, correct marga. If any person dies in the war, it is said in Shastras that directly they go to heaven. So all the soldiers, 18 Akshayini Sena, whoever fought in the fighting this war and got killed, they to heaven. So
No, people on the side of Kauravas cannot go to heaven because they have done a Adharma Yuddha, Lavanakshohinis.
it is not Dharma Yuddha, it is Dharma Yuddha. They, the side of Adharma is Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, etc., they stayed at the side of Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, but though these Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, they are adharmikas, but Bhishma, Drona, Krupa, Ashwathama, leaving Ashwathama, all others, they are all Parama Dharmikas.
A Para Papa Diagnostics or A Para Papa 114 Suresh KR Aditya Diagnostics.
What is this? What is happened?
Somebody opened there.
No, nobody is opened. Only two of myself and you are only.
But something is heard from radio or TV or something like that. Some voice, recorded voice.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Anything you want to continue or?
It's okay. The reply is over.
Ram Babu is there. Ram Babu garu, you're asking some question which. 1 minute. Where is Ram Babu?
You can unmute all of them if they want to ask any questions now. But one by one after another, if they ask, that will be fine.
Okay. All of you are unmuted. You can now participate in the discussion.
Rambabu garu asked about Bhavadveshini. What is the meaning of Bhavadveshini?
Bhavadveshini. Bhava means this world, this mundane world, this loka, ee bhulokamu. Dveshini means one who hates this worldly enjoyments is Bhavadveshini. That is one who hates this worldly temporary sorrow mixing enjoyments and who intends to get paraloka, which is fully, which is the happiness which is not mixed with any sort of defects or sorrows. Bhavadveshini, Bhavamunu dveshinchedi, Bhavadveshini Bhagawadgita, Mata. That is, Bhagavad-gita teaches about how to reach divine, Godhood, divinity. Bhavamunu dveshinchedi Bhavadveshini. Bhavamu ante ee lokam. Got it?
Okay. Okay. Anybody else wants to ask any question? Else, we'll go for Prarthana. Anantanji.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः ओ ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अदनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम्.
Okay. So let us all thank Visalakshi Mahodaya. On behalf of all of you, I thank her for sparing time, giving essence of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you. Let us do Janagana Mana now. Prakash Garu. Prakash is there or? 1 minute. What happened? Prakash, unmute. Okay. I think he's not near to the mic. We will sing Janaganamana and then close. Janaganamana adhinayaka jaya he Bharata bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga India Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjvala Jalati Taranga Tava Subha Nami Jage Tava Subha Ashita Mage Gari Tava Jaya Gara Jana Gana Mangala Dayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya Jaya He Jai.
జై హింద్ సార్ అమరేంద్ర బాబు గారు సారీ సార్ నేను అది మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నింది ఐ కుడ్ నాట్ అన్మ్యూట్ బికాస్ ఐ వాజ్ డ్రైవింగ్ యాక్చువల్లీ
You said you were busy, I think.